This one is a little interesting. I've been thinking about this for a little bit, right? I'm a black man, indigenous for real, as I'm learning more about my folks, my family, my bloodline. I live in the United States of America, North America currently. I traveled a little bit, not too much. Passport, got a few tattoos, not a whole lot. I'm working on that. Blessed and fortunate enough to go ahead and travel, I think about 30, maybe 35 states in this great country, right? Met a lot of folk, a lot of my folk from down south, baby. A lot of my folk from up top, from the west. When I say my folk, I'm not just talking about people who look like me. People who are connected from a deeper strand, deeper than just the melanin in my skin. I'm gonna do two parts on this. People who look like me, black people who look like me. This country is an interesting one. A lot of other countries are too. Love one another. Love yourself unconditionally. Forgive yourself. My folk who are not melanated like me, who are my white, or I can't even just say white, any other nationality, any other ethnicity, right? All these different words and spellings. Love yourself and love those who look like you too. Into all the parts. We don't exist without one another. It don't work. I mean, I can go through the genealogy of a bunch of things. However, I'm not going to go that deep yet on this one. But I started talking about my travels because I worked in different places. And a lot of time I worked with people who were not from the places that I'm from. They didn't look like me. White, not even a color, but it's a whole other thing. White folk, my brothers and sisters from overseas. And I was blessed to have dope parents who taught me love. And the love that I have, I was able to go ahead and exhibit, and they were able to give it too, and I was able to receive it. Even though there may have been cultural differences, not necessarily based on our ethnicity, but just based on where we grew up from, where we grew up. As a 39-year-old person, man, human, we have been tricked. It's a few of my white homies. I love them. Boy, I love these dudes. And all of them aren't systematically trying to oppress someone who looks like me. Some of them are also being oppressed by those who may be oppressing people who look like me. And I'm only talking about the men, because I mean, women relationship is different. And I'm a heterosexual male. I'm only, I deal with women in that regard. But my brothers, some of my white brothers, man, dope. And we got to a place that our bond was like, and still is today, to this point now. We don't talk too much, but if we see one another, it's love, it's hugs, it's laughter, jokes. Some of them play basketball like I do. So we might be talking shit to one another while I'm busting their ass in the court. They trying to bust my ass. When we work together and when we realize that our power comes from our dynamic ability to coexist and to co-create, beyond unstoppable, we become a force that is a civilization builder, the force that breaks strongholds on communities, on mindsets, on spirits and hearts, and so on and so forth. We need each other. Nothing getting around it. It's like one of them things where not all cops are bad, right? But when there's some cops who are bad and good cops don't speak up, it's kind of one of those things like, hey, you allowing the bad nut shit because you're not speaking up. Same thing with the nutty racial and ethnic shit. Black people too. I grew up in a time where people, because of how things are happening in this country, people will say all white people are devils, or they're from different countries, and I mean not countries, I'm sorry, different worlds, different dimensions. I don't believe that. I know that not to be true, but I also understand where they're coming from, and that will be spoken about in a different video for sure. But it got to that point because of all of the quiet cops, or quiet white people, or quiet people in general, black, white, whatever side you're on, but being quiet and being silent and not outing the dumb shit, the nut shit, the dumb thinkers, the mindsets that separatism helps the masses. That's not how it works. Separatism causes strife and causes people to look over across the aisle to measure, to either become jealous or to become bigger in their own minds and feeling like they can be rude or disrespectful to others across the line. It doesn't really, separatism doesn't do the job. Love is the answer, and love is an encompassing dynamic. I hope I used the word right, encompassing. I think maybe, I don't know, whatever. But it brings separatism to its knees and allows unity to rise. Love is the greatest element known to man, woman, humankind. And love doesn't look like, I can't hang with you because you look a certain way. You can't hang with me because I look a certain way. Love don't look like, I can't build my financial stability with you because you look a different way. I mean, situations is situations. Situational awareness is that as well. But we gotta have some love with one another. We gotta be genuine. We gotta tap into our true selves, not with our friends and our community and the networks that are feeding our brains tell us, but we gotta be able to really dig deep into the God within. And once we realize there's God within, we will manage our communication and our love with others accordingly, because we know the God within and we recognize and respect the God that is within them. Love allows you to see these type of things, not separatism. Separatism is a necessity when things are kind of, when it's past the point of, talking. You gotta, you go to that side, I go to this side, because we can't communicate any longer. But that's also because we operating out of order, not with love. This long video was brought to you by a few thoughts and a few people being killed that I noticed in the news overseas, based on ethnicity, based on not having common ground, based on lies, based on trickery. And I don't even fear that it's going to be a lot more shit is going to occur. That's life. But I'm going to be willing to speak on love so that me and mine and things around me can blossom. I'm not able to control the things I can't control. However, I can speak on it and speak life to, the things that are around me. And I pray that if this video touches you, if you see it, touch somebody else and let them know you love them.